and good evening. My name is Jeremiah Shaver, and I'm a multimedia journalist with The Telegram. Received several reports this evening that there was a lot of damage here in the city of Wellston, so I decided to take a drive up this evening, which is Saturday, August 22nd. Seen a lot of reports of downed trees and limbs, and there was like a tree down on a garage. I've seen some pictures of trees down on vehicles, trees down over roadways, just here in the city of Wellston. I'm sure a lot of those have probably been cleaned up off the roadways, but we figured we'd take a drive in and see what we could see here in the city of Wellston. I'm on Broadway Street, and just so everybody knows, I'm handless here. I'm driving, so this you're mounted to my windshield. Part of Broadway here appears to be closed. This is at Wisconsin. A lot of downed trees here, and you can see a downed tree over the roadway here. We can zoom in and show you guys this. Looks like maybe down on a utility line there. They got the caution cones out, and if you look over here, also got some other downed trees here too in this yard. So anyhow, this is Broadway near Wisconsin. So let's move on and see what else we can see. I made the trip from Jackson. I live just outside the city of Jackson. I didn't think it was too bad there in the city of Jackson. We had a lot of torrential rain, some winds, but nothing too serious this evening. Hopefully you guys are hearing me okay. I probably should have checked. I have a mic that I'm using this evening. I guess I could double check to make sure that I'm coming through okay. Got another one down. Got another tree down that was on Michigan Avenue there. I will say, I was saying I was making the trip from Jackson. I come through Colton to come to Wellston, and there was a lot of downed trees there in the village of Colton as well. And it appeared that Colton didn't have power because the lights. Oh, there's no lights there, but like the gas stations, their signs were out, so I assumed that there was no power. All right, let me check here. Let me make sure my voice signs were out. Yeah, my voice is coming through okay. All right, let's see. Go ahead. this person go. Got a lot of down trash cans through this part of the area. There's a like a porta potty on a side here by Adina. The wind is blowing over. Got a WPD unit there. Out. Here. Aaron, I'm gonna stop here for a second. The stop sign, so I can take a look at something. Yeah, somebody said no power in Jackson on 93 towards Colton still. Jasmine says come up towards East Broadway. There's a huge tree down. I don't know if that's on the part I just saw or not. I'm not sure. Now, I had some reports of a lot of damage on Oak Ridge Road here in the city of Wellston. We'll have to try to venture that way and see if we can see anything. Here's another one of those downed trees. This is on Pennsylvania Avenue, almost right out in front of the Wellston City building. Not sure how good of a view I can get of that. Sitting here, I might be able to move it to where you can see maybe as I drive by. Might be able to see a glimpse of it here as I drive up Broadway. We'll say last time I checked like power outage numbers, AEP Ohio had, it was like 1,600 outages for Jackson County. So you got, it's like tree down there with some utility lines wrapped up in it. Oh, here's maybe this is the large tree that Jasmine was talking about. Got a big tree uprooted here on Broadway. This is near where the old water tower was. Pretty massive. Stop here and try to get a picture of this lady next to it. Just for size purposes. Pretty big. That's something. Even tore up the asphalt there even. Okay. Everybody okay? Yeah. Okay. And I guess it's like this throughout. I'm just kind of doing a drive through. Yeah.
We saw trees coming down over there, and we're like, hope everything's okay at home. And then we were way down Broadway and saw the green, and I said, oh no, that's the Katabi. My husband said, what's all the brown? I said, oh, it's the root ball. I said, it uprooted it.
That's something. Must have been some strong wind.
I wanted to cry because it's been, here forever.
Yeah.
It was huge.
No, as big as it is.
And so, I was just taking pictures.
Yeah.
To send my
No, I was coming up the road and I could see you standing there and just.
The whole
it's
is
massive.
Insane. And
Yeah.
it's all full of water. And
Right.
he said, "There's a water line runs through there close to those roots, Mom." And I'm like, "Well, I don't see it gushing water, so
Yeah.
hopefully,
No, hopefully it's okay.
I mean, it's got there's a fire hydrant there, and it's almost like cupped around the fire hydrant up there. I don't think it actually hit it. It almost
Okay.
looked like the branches came around it.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, the city's been here pushing back out of the street. But,
That's good.
yeah.
All right. Well, y'all have a good evening.
You too.
Take care. There's a massive tree there. Come down on East Broadway here. Resident that lives near there was going to tell me about the tree, said it's been there forever. All right, let's take another drive up through here. Appreciate everybody tuning in this Saturday evening. It is Saturday, August 22nd, 2026. We're just taking a drive around the city of Wellston to see all the storm damage from the storms that come through. A little after 5 p.m., I believe, this afternoon. Some it's kind of hard to see because of the sun, but there's a tree that fell right next to a house. Just missed it. Another large tree down over there. Straighten you guys back up here so you can see the road. Okay. Stop here for a second so I can check the numbers real quick for you guys. So on the outage, the list of outages for AEP Ohio, I was talking about that and then I didn't finish because somebody pulled up behind me. In Jackson County, we're looking at 1,718 power outages as of 6:56 p.m. Neighboring Benton County, which the Telegram also covers, 769 power outages there. And then if we look at Buckeye Rural, I know initially their numbers weren't too bad for our area. Jackson County 72 for Buckeye Rural, and then 13 for Benton County. So Buckeye Rural not dealing with a whole lot of outages in our coverage area. So so we appreciate that. Okay, so let's see here where we'll go next. People were talking about Oak Ridge. We'll have to make a lap back around there. I know Pennsylvania's closed, so I might have to bypass where that tree's down there near the city building because there's utility lines wrapped up in it. I'll have to go down New York Avenue here and see if get back down on Pennsylvania. So we can go out Oak Ridge and see all the damage out there. I know out there a large tree came down on a garage in a car out there this evening. I had some folks send me some pictures from out that way. So if you're just joining me, today is Saturday evening, August 22nd, and we are in the city of Wellston. I'm Jeremiah Shaver, multimedia journalist with the Telegram, and after receiving a lot of reports of storm damage here in the city of Wellston, decided to make the trek up here just to see what everybody's talking about. Seen a lot of different pictures of a lot of downed trees and limbs. Some folks, like you saw that one there on East Broadway, a massive tree come up, uprooted and fell, and where it was so close to the roadway, I mean, there's damage to the road there, the curb, and we've seen so far several trees, crossed roadways, tangled up in power lines. I'm sure they're waiting for utility crews to come and take care of those. I just went over the numbers. It was like 1,700 without power in Jackson County. I know it's coming through the village of Colton. A lot of downed trees there. Seeing crews out working there as well. And not sure about like any injuries or anything like that. I will say I did hear some scanner traffic about this was in Jackson, outside of Jackson on Beaver Pike near Lake Catherine Road. There was a truck that went off. I don't know if it went off the roadway or hit a tree. A truck hit a tree, and I'm not sure if that truck went off the roadway and hit the tree, or if the tree was in the roadway kind of situation. Alright, so we bypassed where the tree was tangled up in the utility lines there on Pennsylvania Avenue. Got another big limb down on a tree here, or a tree down, and it's in somebody's yard. So they got cones set out there. So let's make a drive back this way. Head out Oak Ridge, because I know folks were saying Oak Ridge got hit pretty hard. So we'll take a drive out through there and see what we see. I know it's kind of a loop-de-loop up there. I will say that National Weather Service put out a severe thunderstorm watch, and then that was followed up by some special weather statements along with severe thunderstorm warnings as well. And then those storms kind of come through the county. It's almost like we had one and then had another kind of follow it, had a one and then like a chaser kind of situation. Alright, so we're out Oak Ridge here. We'll just take a drive through, see what we can see. folks cleaning up limbs and branches here. So we got an old tree down here. Got a tree down on the garage over there. We got a pretty good crowd watching this evening. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Another tree here, a little uprooted. Lots of water. I don't know if that's new or old though. It's probably new. There's a lot of debris and branches and stuff down there. And we're not too far off from the loop-de-loop. Swing set all messed up over there. Alright, made it to the loop-de-loop. I'll stop here for a second so I can check my messages. All right. Says we've got a fallen tree at the end of West B Street that took out my friend's building. Somebody asked where we are. We're in the city of Wellston in Wellston, Ohio. Somebody asked if anybody drove through the cemetery. Somebody said couple trees down, unfortunately, on some headstones. Talking about the Broadway Street again. Let's see, 203 Oak Ridge, cross destroyed. I'll be on your left, on the back, Road goes back and around. Any damage on Jack Vaughn? We got some other reports, so we'll just take another drive back through, and then we'll go back down in town just to see if we can see anything else in the city of Wellston. We can go check out this one they were talking about on B Street as well. Oh shoot, I missed the swing. There was a swing set back there that was kind of messed up. I was going to go back around to, and I forgot. But that's okay. Somebody asked if I could drive through the cemetery. Yeah, I'm on this side of town, so when I come back through, I'll drive up to the cemetery. Hopefully there's no like trees down over the roadways or anything. Like I said, right now I'm on Oak Ridge Road, the city of Wellston, Ohio. Here's that one tree I was talking about that was kind of, looks like it had blown, kind of uprooted a little bit. There's a lot of water under the base of the tree there. Sticks and stuff in the road here. Alright, so we're coming back down onto Pennsylvania Avenue here. Traveling through the city of Wellston, Pennsylvania Avenue. You have to take a little detour. There's some down like trees over utility lines there on Pennsylvania Avenue. So you want the detour over like a side street or something and so they can get that cleaned up. Now that we're on this side of it, we might be able to get a better view of it because they had it blocked off right before you got to the city building there at Broadway. So that down tree is there, and it's tangled up in some lines right before you get to Broadway. On Penn and Broadway is where it was. I don't know if they've got that cleaned up now or not. We'll have to look when we get up here and see. Yeah, no, it's still in the roadway here. Looks like AEP Ohio is on scene. So that's good. Alright, somebody asked about the cemetery, so we'll drive up through there real quick since we're right here on this side of town. There's the old Harvey Wells house. And we're approaching Ridgewood Cemetery. So we'll take a drive through here and see what we can see. It's been a long time since I've been up through here. So looks like we got a large limb here. It's broken off. Got a tree that uprooted here. Very large tree. Little pine tree it looks like. So for anybody just joining, I'm Jeremiah Shaver, and I'm a multimedia journalist with the Telegram. Broadcasting live in the city of Wellston. We're on a little drive, check out storm damage around the city. And this follows a severe thunderstorm that come through the area. Would have been a little after 5 p.m. this evening. And people said the wind up here was pretty bad. Tree, it looks like it appears to be down on some tombstones there. it looks like it's snapped off there. Here's another view of the one on the hill there. Get it to zoom in a little bit. There it is. Alright, I got people behind me. I better keep moving. Power's out, so people are taking drives themselves. Another tree splintered there. So a handful of trees down here in the cemetery that I could see. Some were on or near some of the tombstones. The city's taking care of other things at the moment, but I'm sure they'll be out and get everything cleaned up. Here's that other one that when we were coming in. Back up a little bit here because there's nobody behind me, and we'll see what we can see. This was just like, looks like a big limb come down there on this big tree here. And that was near the entrance exit here. So, all right. Well, we're going to be losing daylight here shortly. Probably make one more pass around a few other little areas here, and then probably call it an evening. Appreciate everybody tuning in for the little drive here. I've gotten a couple pictures. I will say, when I was coming through Colton, coming to Wellston, there was a large tree down. I don't know if it was a tree or just like part of a tree that had come down, and it was partially blocking State Route 93 there as you come into the village from, like, if you're going towards Wellston or from Wellston on 93. So, just if you're out traveling, just be watchful. On New York Avenue here. I was checking my comments and it looked like somebody said somewhere on New Jersey Avenue, which is just a street up here. Some damage over there, so I can drive and see, because I know New York's blocked there at like 10th to 12th Street where they're doing ongoing street repair. Infrastructure stuff down there. It's been kind of an ongoing thing. Okay, this is New Jersey right here. Let's take a drive down New Jersey this way, because I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, it might be on the other part. If it continues down, I can't remember. Well, I can't get through there. I should turn the other way. I think this is blocked off still where they were doing work. Or it was blocked off. Yeah. Alright, so we're back out on Pennsylvania here, and we'll look on the other side of the city here, and then we'll wrap it up and head home. When we're stopped here, let's take a look at the power outage numbers again, just to see where we're at. AEP's reporting 1,723 power outages in Jackson County, 770 in Benton County, and then Buckeye Rural. Looks like we have 72 outages in Jackson County and 18 in Benton County, so not as bad on the Buckeye Rural side of things. So. Pennsylvania's a little busy here. How about that sunset though tonight, guys? Nice sunset going down over behind C.H. Jones Field there. Alright, might have to go the other direction and then come back across town the other way maybe, because traffic's going. And here we go. Got a little bit of a break here. We can get out. Alright, perfect. Let's see. See if we see anything up on this side of town. Looks like Michigan's still closed. Still have a tree down over there. Broadway and Michigan are still closed. They were working on Pennsylvania. But those that may be joining, since I first arrived at Wellston, this is along Broadway at Wisconsin Avenue, Broadway Street, Wisconsin Avenue. Got the a tree tangled up in some power lines there. Yeah, we'll drive out by the schools. I'll come back around Pennsylvania and then I'll probably sign off for the evening. That uprooted tree there on East Broadway, that was something to see. It's had a massive root system. But anyhow, if you're out and about, just be careful. Just like any flooding, remember the old saying, turn around, don't drown. And then just watch out for, there's obviously limbs tangled up, or trees tangled up in utility lines. Just let the professionals handle that. Get some limbs down here along Golden Rocket Drive. Ooh, got a tree splintered over there. occasionally just a splintered tree here or there, or some down limbs on the school property out here on Golden Rocket Drive. Mainly what I'm seeing. Maybe a tree or two. I'll take you over here and show you that one tree that's just like split in half. So this is a Wellston Intermediate Middle School. Got just kind of like it's like it pilled, you know. Oh, looks like there might be a tree down over there too by the track. Nothing too crazy. All right. So anyhow, my last count, we had a portion of Broadway Street closed, tree down on utility lines. Looked like a portion of Michigan Avenue down or closed, tree, I guess, some utility lines. I didn't drive down that way because I didn't want to have to turn around. And then Pennsylvania Avenue near the city building was the other one. hope you guys enjoyed this little glimpse here in the city of Wellston. Got to see some bits and pieces from the storm damage here. Gotten reports and pictures of some other places around town that I missed, you know, going on the live video, obviously. Just didn't want to get kind of tangled up in places. So, anyhow, take you guys, a little bit of trash in the road here. I'm guessing because of where some cans blew. Take you guys, we'll go out of the city here and then I'll end the video and we'll call it a good night. Somebody asked, is this from the storm today? Yeah, I guess from a little after 5 p.m. this evening, just a few hours ago. Had storms come through the area. And Wellston, I guess, got hit pretty hard. I mean, like I said, there's several down trees and trees tangled up in power lines and that kind of stuff. Some down on top of like structures, like garage. Had a report of garage. Had a report of car. You know, trees on cars, stuff like that. So. Yeah, the trees are still tangled up and over here on Michigan. So. Some lights here. Let's do a quick drive by and see what's going on. Tree down on a structure, it looks like. Pretty big one. A lot of damage. All right, I'm done. I think I'm gonna head on home. have to get a picture of that tree back there, but it's kind of hard because of where it is. Alright, so anyhow, that was City of Wellston. Got to see some bits and pieces of different things going on here following this evening's storms, and to get a few pictures here and there. So I'm gonna go ahead and sign off, reporting for The Telegram on theteleGramNews.com. I'm Jeremiah Shaver. And we'll end the video when I get up here to the stop sign, I guess, instead of me trying to reach and get it here while I'm driving.